here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Straight ahead, a good look in store this afternoon. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the New York Giants. Mike Tirico alongside Greg Olsen. That's the rookie Tyler Luke. He begins this one. And off we go from East Rutherford. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led out by the first-round pick in 2025 out of Ole Miss. It's Jackson Dart.
Talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They were probably the best player on their team, but just everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more urgency. The quarterbacks at the young age that can make that transition the quickest, everything else then tends to slow down.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35.
A gain of 10 yards.
It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick first down.
When we met with these coaches during the week, Mike, they told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early, and we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
He's got his man, Wandale Robinson. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
14 yards.
14 on the pickup. First down.
Big play there for his first catch of the game. And not only does he get a nice chunk of yards, but now he puts his offense in plus territory as they try to see if they can end this drive with some points.
Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Darius Slayton was the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down. Now a shotgun. It's Dart. He'll step up and run. And he'll wind up with a short pickup as he slides to a stop. And that's going to bring up third down.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
Out of the gun, third down. It's Dart. And that is incomplete. Wandale Robinson, the one he was looking for that time. And it's going to be fourth down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. So the Ravens will come out, and they are led by the man who's won the MVP twice and was the runner-up a season ago. Hard to believe it is year 8 for Lamar Jackson as the Ravens quarterback.
Is there a more exciting guy in the NFL to watch play quarterback than this guy, Mike? I mean, one of the most dynamic athletes to ever play the position. And what's truly unique about him is his ability as a runner and equally as a passer. And that's really where his game has developed. Defensive coordinators, they don't sleep very much when they know they're facing this guy and all the problems that he presents.
Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
You know, Mike, it's funny, when you're facing these really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the read guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason, and sometimes they're still able to make the play like we saw here.
That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
A bit of a risky throw there, Mike. You don't love to see a quarterback force the ball, especially into a crowded area. In the end, I think he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Jackson going up top and looking for Flowers. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
On the return, Olszewski. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Giants offense ready now for their second drive. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Looking to run, and he'll take this up past the 40, a pickup of 5. After that play, it stopped an injured Giant on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. And inside the 45. They get 15 on that game. That's good for a Giants first down.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
They'll go play action here with Dart. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to...
Oh, a loose football! And unfortunately, one of his teammates there to save it, to pick up the 1st down.
1st and 10.
Pretty fortunate right there, Mike. If that ball bounces just a different direction, that could easily be a turnover or even points the other direction.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. He'll get this out to the left flat. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 6. On the give, it's Tracy. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
Formation for 3rd down and 5. He's got his man, that's Slayton. He'll get out of bounds, a gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a 1st down.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
To the goal line and in. Darius Slayton. Touchdown, New York.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and They come away with 6, so that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
The previous play is under review.
At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Extra point try forthcoming. He's got it. And the Giants will take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Giants 7, Ravens nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Keaton Mitchell. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to take over for their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
2nd down, they need 7. Play action now. Jackson. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Rashad Bateman, the intended target. And 3rd down coming up.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
He'll try and get there on the ground. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
It's a gain of 18. And the Baltimore 1st down. A gain of 18 on the play. 1st down, Baltimore.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
And he fought through one tackle, stayed on his feet, but they get him down. It's no game.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
Jackson now on 2nd down, and he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
Loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
3rd and long. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but Listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
Here's the Giants offense. Now they get set to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll run with Tracy. Field was ahead to the 21. Marlon Humphrey is there to bring him down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9. Slayton is the man in motion. On play action, it is Dart. That's to the right side and incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing game, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
This kick hangs up, and a fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
They're going to go right back to Henry. Finding room across midfield. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. A gain there of 24 yards. Good for a Raven 1st down.
24-yard gain on the play.
There's a combination of footwork and vision. His ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
In motion goes Likely. On 1st down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Back to the drawing board for this run game, Mike. The offensive coordinator and his staff, they have to do a better job giving plays, giving opportunities to their offense to find success on the ground. Because right now, they have no answers for this defense.
That's caught right side. It's Hopkins. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Raven. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Here's a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He'll look for Flowers downfield. He's got it! And he'll be out of bounds at the 5.
A gain of 36 yards.
A big play there. Jackson to Flowers. 36 yards.
First and goal.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be. How would you like to be this running back here? You get the ball, you're thinking, all right, get through the line, and next thing you know, the big old D tackle's just waiting for you there in the hole, nowhere for you to go as he takes you down for a loss.
It's back at the 8 now for second and goal. Now it's Jackson. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Isaiah Likely. And now it's third and goal. Now Jackson. And he overshoots everyone. It's through the back of the end zone and incomplete.
It's not often you see a pass that's out of the reach of this guy. I mean, 50-50 balls tend to go his favor more often than not, but this one kind of gets away from him just a little bit and falls incomplete.
On fourth down, it's Tyler Loop for the Baltimore field goal. No issues there. This one is good. And the Ravens, they're on the board. It's 7-3.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Back to it now after that made field goal. Here's Loop to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Giants offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, here is Dirk. We'll swing this out wide to Tracy. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
Sometimes it's easy for a defense to lose track of a running back, especially when he leaks out from the backfield, but not the case here. They kept eyes on him the whole time. Comes in, makes a sure tackle, and drops him for a loss.
On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
Yeah, I think he got away with one there, Mike. I thought with the way the defender had him covered, I was actually surprised he didn't move off to his next progression. He threw that into some really tight coverage, and he's lucky that ball wasn't picked.
A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to get back to work. Off the play fake, Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring them down for no gain.
Second and 10 at the 29-yard line.
1 quarter in the books. It's the Giants leading this one early. More from MetLife Stadium after this. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. Quick throw there on the RPO is broken up. And no time to get the separation there. And the incompletion is going to bring up 3rd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
And it was really the lack of production on 1st and 2nd down that put them in this hole to begin with, Mike. So I think going forward, more execution on early downs, more efficiency. Don't wait till 3rd down to convert for a new set of downs. Be aggressive on those 1st and 2nds and take the fight to the defense.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football.
37-yard line.
They'll go to the ground, and here's Tracy on 1st down. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Markham at the 48-yard line. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down.
And the Giants' 1st down.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short.
The 40-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll run again. It's Tracy again. And nice work here. He got the 1st down. Down to about the 30-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Giants' 1st down.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a 1st down.
He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
And now the 1st carry for Devin Singletary. And he will get into the end zone. Devin Singletary. Touchdown, Giants.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
A try here for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Giants extend their advantage to 14-3.
Ravens 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Ravens offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Still 1st down.
So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. On the option, they give it to Henry. I don't think that was going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain.
Brings up 2nd down.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll go again here with Henry. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a 1st down on that gain of 5.
5-yard gain on the play.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. In motion goes Likely. They'll work straight ahead with Henry. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. On play action, here's Jackson. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and it'll be 3rd down.
Every team has those vertical shots, Mike. They're on the call sheet, and they feel like they can get behind the defense. I think that was one of them, and just couldn't quite connect downfield because he had pretty good separation.
Jackson from the gun on 3rd down. A throw on the move is caught. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. This guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13. The Giants offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's been a tough man to stop in this 1st half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. Here's Tracy, and they're going to get him down right at the 25. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down.
This offensive line continues to be very physical at the point of attack. They've been able to give their backs plenty of room to run. And that's why they've already eclipsed the century mark here in the opening half.
A carry here for Tracy. He'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. That's John Jenkins, the big defensive tackle, swallowing him up.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll stick with him again. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, Giants.
First and 10.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. That's 11 yards again, 2 plays in a row. And another first down.
Giants, first down. First and 10.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot. And frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front, and we can see the results.
Right back to him on first down. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
To the air on second down. Dart. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. From the gun, it's a give to Singletary. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
He's brought down at the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
In motion, it's Robinson. A run here with Tracy on second down. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
A gain of a yard. Brings up third and 3.
Third down, 3 to go. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. Pass pulled in by Tracy. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's fourth down.
Anytime it's third and short, you better account for the running back out of the backfield, and that's exactly what they do here. Great job by the defense taking him down for a loss. Brings up fourth down.
His kick is perfect. And the Giants going to open up a 17-3 lead.
Ravens 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Mitchell. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense starting to trot out for this next possession. On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
I just don't love the look of this offense so far in this game, Mike. I mean, this first half, they've been flat, they've been lethargic, there hasn't been a lot of urgency, and we saw it again on this last play. Simple handoff, no gain, same story.
Hopkins sent in motion. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. In motion comes Andrews. 2nd down, Jackson. Pass pulled in by Henry. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
This is 3rd and 6. Now, Jackson. He finds his receiver. That's Bateman. Give him 14 on that one. 1st down, Baltimore.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points, but either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So, big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25. They get 24 on that one. Good for a Raven 1st down.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 20-yard line.
It is 2nd and 9. They'll send Flowers in motion. Back to throw, Jackson. This throw right is taken in by Flowers. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter. They'll empty out the backfield, line up for 3rd and 3. To throw is Jackson. Open man, left side, he's got it. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball. And
he feels the pressure, and he'll go down back at the 6. Now his timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break. Second and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line. Jackson. He'll step up and run this. And a critical tackle there. They were getting close to scoring. Instead, they get nothing. Time has run out. This first half has come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you, my friend. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of this second half. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, it's Mitchell. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense going to have the first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw. And it's left side and caught by Flowers.
Complete to Zay Flowers. Out of bounds at the 26-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Jackson now. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
On 3rd down, Jackson. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Ravens bring their punt team out. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. That'll be returnable from the 35. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. The Giants offense running back Devin Singletary back on the field. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Draymond Jones in there for the sack. It is a loss of 6 to begin the drive.
Through the first half, it was clear. This pass protection, this offensive line unit, they were clearly up for the challenge. The pass rush was non-existent, but here in the second half, you can sense a little bit more urgency. You can see them start playing with a little more speed and intensity, and it pays off there with their first sack of the day.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of shotgun, it's Dart. He's got his man, that's Slayton. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that 1st down.
It's actually a really nice job there on 2nd down, putting this into a 3rd and more manageable down and distance. Remember, they suffered that 1st down sack, and so often that can derail the drive, but they got a chance here to pick this up and maintain possession.
They'll try and get there on the ground. A first down on the scramble. A gain of 16.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Giants first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Great job here by the quarterback on 3rd and short, knowing that if nothing's there downfield, he can pick this up with his legs. And not only is he able to pick up the first down, he gets a whole lot more than that.
On the give, it's Tracy. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Kyle Hamilton, the former Notre Dame star, able to make the play.
A gain of 4.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. On play action, it is Dart. Taken in right side by the tight end, Johnson.
To Theo Johnson.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Dart going to keep this on his own read, and he'll work forward for about 4. It's second down.
The quarterback could have handed it. He could have kept it himself. I don't really think either option would have turned out much different. Great job by the defense having a plan for the running back and a plan for the quarterback, and they're able to force that carry for no gain.
Now it's Tracy looking to run, and he's able to sidestep his way forward and pick up 4.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and
2. Looking to convert for the 3rd time on this drive. They'll need another here. It's 3rd and 2. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
The Giants field goal unit out on the field. This from 34 yards. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Giants will extend their 3rd quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. First and 10, Jackson. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
And it was really the pressure that threw that play off, Mike. I mean, he tries to counter the blitz by going to the quick game, which is fine, but It just seemed like they weren't necessarily on the same page and results in a drop.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. In motion goes Likely. Now Lamar going to hang on to it.
The quarterback keeps it on the option. Cordell Flott on the tackle. It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Third, they need 8. In motion goes Likely. From the gun, Jackson. And this is caught on the sideline. Going to have the first down. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe not. They say the feet were out of bounds. Wow. Big, tight call there. For the moment, it'll be 4th down.
And this has really been the story of the entire game up until this point, Mike. I mean, it's been poor play calls, poor execution. I mean, really just a overall poor offensive performance across the board.
This one, fielded out beyond the 25. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line.
38-yard line.
The Giants offense running back Devin Singletary back on the field. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this. He fought through that first contact. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Dart going to throw it on 2nd down. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
To throw, it's Dart on 1st and 10.
Complete to Darius Slayton. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. They'll run with Tracy. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
3rd down and 3. Looking to throw. It's Dart. And the defense can't come up with the stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Slayton is the man in motion. They'll go to the ground, and here's Tracy on 1st down. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Giants 1st down.
I have to imagine at some point here, Mike, the defensive coordinator looks to change things up. This running back has had his way with them all day long. Get a few more guys in the box, but then you know what that does. It opens you up down the field to that passing game.
Inside the 10, it is caught. And they continue to be tough to stop. Chance to extend the lead even further as they are set up with 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
They've got it at the 8, first down and goal. Here's a run. Oh, the ball's out. One of the Ravens has it. Boy, that one hurts, Greg. They had a really nice drive going. It moved it halfway down the field, but then fumbled down here in the red zone, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Anytime you put together a drive of this length, Mike, you just want to come away with points. Of course, a touchdown is the main goal, but in this case, to turn the ball over this deep in the red zone is just a brutal turn of events for this offense.
The Ravens offense ready to get back at it. And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. They are very fortunate to get another shot at it. It is second down and goal. A play fake, now dart, and he's in. Daniel Bellinger, touchdown, New York. Well, the play fake gets its job done, and so too does the tight end. Always a great target down there, as you know, Greg, near the end zone.
And this is where, Mike, so many tight ends do their damage. Down here in the goal line where the threat of run gets so much attention. And oftentimes it just takes the slightest hesitation by a defender. You see a tight end pop wide open, and in this case, results in the touchdown.
An extra point attempt to follow. He knocks it through. And the Giants will extend this third quarter lead.
Giants 27, Ravens 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 3. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Ravens offense ready for this next possession. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he goes forward. Good gain on that one. Pickup of 8 out to the 33-yard line.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 33-yard line.
Second and a yard. In motion goes Likely. They'll go again here with Henry. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
They'll send Flowers in motion. Third and short. Jackson. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Tyler Newbin. And the Giants are going to get the ball to start the second quarter as time expires here in the first. Here's Dart on 1st and 10. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays, and frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
To the air on 2nd down. Dart. And he will score! Touchdown, New York. They continue to add points. Greg, very interesting here. They are just rolling up the score even though we're in the fourth.
No doubt, Mike. I mean, this offensive play caller has no let-up. I mean, he's going to see how many points can I put on this scoreboard before that clock runs out.
Now the try here for the point after. The kick is good. And the Giants will add one more onto their big lead.
Ravens 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Safe kick taken at the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Ravens offense ready to see what they can do. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. And the shotgun, here's Jackson. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
Yeah, so it seemed the second they broke the huddle, Mike, that there was some confusion. I'm not sure everybody got on the same page before that ball was snapped.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. In motion goes Likely. On play action, here's Jackson. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3 and out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Here's Jackson. He's going to put it up, take a shot for Hopkins. By the former Saint, Olsen Adiba. And the Giants are going to take over here up near the 40.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. And now they'll try to finish up strong. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Tracy. And a very elusive run there. He winds up gaining about 9 yards.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
And he's going to get him a first down here across midfield and down to the 45.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Dart gonna fake the give and hold on to it. Nothing's doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Out of a gun, here comes Dart. That's taken in. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. The Giants sending out their punter as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. Oh, that is terrific. Out of bounds, inside the 5-yard line.
3-yard line.
The Ravens offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. In motion goes Likely. Give right up the middle to Henry. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
Back near his goal line, Jackson. Quick slag into the hands of the speedy Flowers. 11 yards on the connection there. 1st down, Baltimore.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
He'll look underneath for Henry. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. That's 11 yards again. 2 plays in a row. And another 1st down.
It's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
throw is Jackson. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
This one complete to Bateman. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Jackson up top again. Now, deep ball for Bateman. That one broken up. It is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really a no-fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up fourth down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
That's incomplete. Daring call on fourth down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on downs. The Giants offense. And their running back set to go once more. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. A carry here for Tracy. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
So, from the 25, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. He'll get this inside the 20. A nice run. They're in the red zone. It's first down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. And the Giants are going to be set up 1st and goal. Couldn't reach the plane, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
That's another Giants first down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
They'll try zone read on 1st and goal. And he will take it in himself. Jackson Sharp, touchdown, Giants. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
They'll line it up to kick the extra point. He gets it to go. The Giants add on to their already sizable lead.
41, Ravens 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. Hopkins sent in motion. A first down throw for Jackson. Open man is beaten. He's got him. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
19 yards.
That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
These can be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Brian Burns in there for the sack, worked his way through. It's a loss of 5.
Let's give a lot of credit there, Mike, to this defense. They remain disciplined on that play-action fake. Nobody bid on it, and quarterback has no choice but to just eat the ball and take the sack.
In motion goes Likely. Jackson now on second down. Short, complete to Likely. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
On the play. And it's third down.
Throwing Jackson. This one downfield looking for Henry. He's got it! And they are into the end zone for the first time today. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Touchdown, Ravens.
Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. Just a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Tyler Luke now for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Ravens will get just a bit closer.
Ravens 10. Tyler Loop to kick
Now,
off for
after the
Baltimore.
touchdown, Loop is back out to kick this one away. On the return, it's Gunnar Olszewski. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Giants offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. Off the bootleg, here is Dart. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And you can see the quarterback, he's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment that it's not so close the next time?
2nd and 10. Here's Dart. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. Well, the quarterback trying to find somebody open there, but that time, instead of finding his running back, it goes back the other way for a defensive score.
Mike, I think this is just one of those cases where the quarterback's just a little too casual with the throw. He kind of goes to his running back late on the check down. He never sees the defender until he's chasing him on his way for the touchdown.
Luke for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Ravens are able to cut into the deficit.
Ravens 17.
We're down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here, trying to get an onside kick.
You had no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
The Giants offense make their way out to take over once more. Well, the goal here is to run some time off the clock. The game is well in hand as they get back on offense for 1st and 10. Motion man is Hyatt. On play action, it is Dart. And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line. Kyle Van Noy in there to drop him, and that's going to be a loss of 9 to open this drive.
It's 1st down. You got to get the ball out of your hands. I understand trying to take a shot. I love it on early downs. But once it's not there and that protection starts to break down, it's either check down or throwaway. You don't want to be in 2nd and long.
On 2nd down, Dart. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
3rd and long, and Dart is going to throw. And that is incomplete.
And remember, he threw that pick 6 on the previous drive, so don't think that's still not in the back of his head. He's certainly not going to risk giving the ball away again, and good decision there to just throw it away.
The Giants sending out their punter as this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punch it away. The Ravens offense back onto the field for their next possession. On 1st down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
And the big man in the middle swallows him up right at the line of scrimmage. And I think the next time this offensive play caller decides to go to the ground game, Mike, I bet you he's going to find a different place along that defensive front to attack.
Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson. That's caught right right side. It's Hopkins.
Jackson's pass.
And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up fourth down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
To the right side here, pass is caught. He's going to have a Ravens first down, as that'll be a gain of 15 on fourth down.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. A gain of 16 yards. And the Raven first down.
On the give, here's Henry. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
12 more yards.
Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second, as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. So they come to the line for first down and 10. In motion comes Andrews. They'll work straight ahead with Henry. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Really impressive job there by the defense, Mike. I mean, to not only absorb the initial push, but now you got to get the back on the ground. And sometimes to hold up against these big old offensive linemen and stick an arm out to get the ball carrier down, it's easier said than done. And really nice job here by the defensive front.
He jumps off. They'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for first down, first and goal. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout, and the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go. From 6 yards out, it's first and goal. Jackson now. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
At this stage of the game, the score is really irrelevant. You want to try to build something positive towards the end of this game, and I think that score will help do just that.
Now Jackson and the Ravens will try to tack on 2 more.
The Ravens will
blitz coming. He'll throw it. And he'll get into the end zone. Doing it on his own. Successful 2-point conversion.
Ravens 25.
You just have to find a way defensively to step up there and get a stop. It's one thing to give up 6. You allow a touchdown. But now dig deep, man. Get a stop. Looked like there was some confusion, and offense is going to come away with 8.
Looking to double up here. Score the touchdown. They want more. They're lining up for an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
The Giants offense about ready to take over once more. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts, so just one kneel down and then time to shake hands. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop, and that should just about do it. So it's a win for the Men in Blue. The Giants get it done. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point, but in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants are winners as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.